Hello, Eyve and Richie. How are you doing?
Good, good in the Scottish summer.
I'm good, yeah, as well. Just enjoying getting on with everything, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly, because we're here, as I said in the intro, to talk about pitch. Richie, for those who don't know, what is pitch?
So Pitch Scotland is a hip hop and underground music conference based in Glasgow. It's a 2-day event taking place on the 19th and 20th of August, taking place in St Luke's at many studios and at Drygate Brewery. So it's a weekend of panel discussions, performances, open mic, workshops, and yeah, just a general get together for music communities, the music industry, and music fans and everyone else who has an interest and wants to engage with hip hop and with amazing music that exists within Scotland and beyond.
And Eyve, were you aware of pitch before this year? Did you know about it? Yeah.
I knew it as a night out, like the pitch night out, but I didn't know much about everything else that's involved, which is absolutely great. There needs to be more advertising because I feel like there's a lot of musicians out there who would absolutely love to hear more about pitch.
And for yourself, you're going to appear there. What can people expect if they come along to see you?
A unique sound influenced with African culture, but also hip hop and pop. It's a very unique genre that I'm trying to, because I don't want to be into one like genre and just be like, okay, yeah, I do hip hop, because I sing too, I rap too, and I like to be a poet sometimes. It's just a mixture of like, yeah, what I can do.
And I know in the past there's been quite a visual aspect to what you do as well, hasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in the past I've worked with Veronica Pekotov on Cryptic Nights, and so that was my first headliner night, and it was absolutely amazing. I've not had an experience like that as a performer, with visuals in the background and visuals that actually are related to my music. So that felt like something that I need to explore more. Yeah.
And with that in mind, Richie, I guess with pitch, you want it to be as inclusive as possible. It's not, people might think of, oh, hip hop is one thing. Of course, they'd be completely wrong. But looking at the acts you've got coming along to play, it's a real wide variety of types and sounds and styles and all sorts of things.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talk about it as a hip hop platform, but really it's a music platform, and there's something for everyone. And as I say, like the open mic will have singer-songwriters, experimental, electronic in there, and the live music program, as we touched on, yeah, it includes a lot of other genres such as R&B, a bit of drill in there, and hip hop. So yeah, I think we just want to create something that really is going to excite and be a fantastic platform and program for people to step into and have that real experience of a music event is so important. So yeah, very excited about it.
So can you maybe mention some of the other people who are going to be appearing so that we can get a taste of that diversity?
Of course, yeah. We've got, so on this Saturday, there's 6 Scottish artists performing. They include Superman on the Beat, and P. Castle, Oaksy B, Lamaya, Eyve, of course, and AJ47. And on the Sunday, we've got slightly different showcase, which is more international. So we have artists from Northern Ireland, Canada, America, and Scotland. So on the Sunday, you can expect music from Hyphen, Just Harry, King Wu, Nesha Nicey, Ogun, Queen of Harps, and Theo Lodge. So yeah, two days of kind of action-packed, back-to-back music. So yeah, should be a real fun one.
And Eyve, have you had the chance to look through the programme? Is there anyone that you're particularly looking forward to seeing?
Every single one of the women. Because I am all about female empowerment. So yeah, every single one of them. And the Scottish Superman on the Beat. That's it. Why would I forget Superman? But yeah, I can't wait to see him as well. So yeah.
Yeah, he's great. We've had him on the show as well, talking about his music and his work. Fantastic. And you said there, Richie, that it's more international as well. It seems to me it's more international even than last year.
Yeah, 100%. Spent a long time myself in Mobo, Agoro, who I work with, and Locke, who works on the team as well. We spent a lot of time going to other events and listening to the industry, talking to artists, hearing about the challenges and barriers that exist, and also finding what would be a solution focused event, something that people can come to and be inspired, but learn and network and so on. So yeah, we've really put something together that we believe is really special. We have incredible people on the program, from some of the best videographers in Scotland through to people from Sony BMG. We have best-selling authors from the United States of America, promoters from Canada, Portugal, Spain. It's a really cool program, and I think if artists want to come down, it's a great chance to just open your mind and go meet some people. And you never know who you're standing next to, and you never know what can come of an opportunity as well.
It's interesting you've got some best-selling authors coming down. That's a new one, isn't it?
That is a new one for us. We've not had that before. We have LaJoyce Brookshire, who is the co-creator of Women Behind the Mic, an amazing book all about women in the 90s who were working behind the scenes of some of the biggest rap artists in the States. She's also got an amazing book called Soul Food, which you can check out as well. So yeah, she's going to be involved. She's going to be interviewed by Jams Supernova from BBC Radio 6 as well. So it's going to be amazing. Yeah, can't wait.
That does sound amazing. And Eyve, can you give us some background into your music and how you came to make it? How did you get into it?
I always did music since I was a kid. I remember going to church when I was 7 and singing in the church choir. But when I came to the UK when I was 16 years old and I was figuring out my sexuality, and I realized that I can sing about anything that is not about Jesus, I just started to actually write my own music. And at that point, it wasn't rap. I didn't start rapping until 2019 because of some home office issues that were happening, and I couldn't work anymore and I had so much time, and it was nice to figure out that I can rap. So since 2019, it's just been writing a lot of rap songs, mixing it with the singing, and now I'm getting more into techno ever since I came to Glasgow. So it's like, it's a world of possibilities out there. It's insane.
Yeah, it's still a techno city, I think it's fair to say, at its heart. And so you said earlier that you do a variety of things, though, that you're interested. You do poetry, different styles of music. How, on a day-to-day basis, do you just think, well, what am I going to do today? What do I feel today? Is that the way that you do it? How do you decide that today I'm doing this kind of thing?
It just depends how I feel. Yeah. Also, it depends what's coming up. So if I have a gig that's coming up, then I'm focusing on the music that's already written. But at the moment, I'm also learning how to produce. So I'm doing a lot of that in techno. So yeah, it depends how I feel and what's going on.
And I guess, Richie, that pitch is a perfect event for someone like Eyve who's maybe looking to learn more about different aspects of it. Is that fair to say? Different aspects of the business, like producing, like, whatever.
Yeah, 100%. So Eyve's part of the PRS Foundation and Pitch Showcase, which is really a development program. So the artists, they get a performance fee, but they also have a £500 development grant, which can be used however they decide. That can be used on studio time, or to buy new equipment, or to have a photo shoot, things that are going to enhance your creative career. And yeah, it kind of offers the chance as well to really being soaked into that program and meet all the speakers. So, there's people there from PRS Foundation who offer fantastic routes to international showcasing and funding to support that. Alongside lots of other media and people and professionals at the event. So I think that development platform is really important. The sets are all filmed as well and edited, which can also be used for applying to future events, because promoters in Europe, they want to see and hear what it looks and feels like. Sometimes you can't really get that from a single Spotify link. So I think having these things in place, the videography and the photography, the mentorship and the funding from PRS and Pitch is really amazing. And we've already began programming our showcase events into next year. So we're hoping we can take some of the artists on that journey overseas with us as well.
Oh, excellent. And Eyve, this kind of event, do you view it as being important, not just for you to get on stage and make your music? Because I guess as for listeners of music, we don't think about all those things like making connections and, finding out the best person to work with. But is it important to yourself?
Yeah, absolutely love it. Because like the only one that I knew was Resonate, like that was the only one. So it will actually be nice to have something that's geared. I know this is not just hip hop, but this is the main theme. So it would be great to actually go for that and to hear what people are talking about and to see how others perform. Like it's a learning journey for me as well. So yeah.
That must be one of the great things, just to meet other people who are doing what you're doing with the same kind of passion and find out the different ways that they're approaching these things. And Eyve, you mentioned that you knew Pitch previously as a kind of good music night out. That's how you'd kind of heard about it. And Richie, that's part of it as well, isn't it? That kind of night out. If people are not, say, involved in the music business or musicians themselves or whatever, they can still come along and take part, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the creative industries is a social industry, It's often in the evening, it's part of the nighttime economy. So yeah, we fully expect, our audience to not just be working in the industry. It will be fans of music, it will be people who live in the area as well. And yeah, I think there'll be a few after parties going on and things like that. And yeah, it should be a real celebration. One of my favourite highlights of the event is the open mic that we host, and you come down and register interest, and it gives a chance for anyone to be part of the event and just go on the big stage in St. Luke's and perform, and we'll try and get as many people on as possible. And we encourage all the audience to be part of that and to experience that as well, because you just never know who's going to jump on.
Have you discovered people in the past through that kind of beginning at Pitch?
Yeah, like last year we had like AJ47 who's playing this year. He was on the open mic, which was interesting. And then been watching his development, and he applied, and our external panel of nominators, which was Sammy Omar from Up to Standard, Skyboy from AOK Events, Kaylee from Resonate, and Yumong Shah from Future Echoes. They made those final decisions on the showcase, and they particularly liked AJ's application. So it's kind of amazing to see, that 12 months of development going from the open mic and building his community and developing all the time to then come to Pitch and see where that goes in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
We've also seen some amazing stuff, like last year, an artist called Triptych, a Scottish Paisley-based artist. He met some promoters from Holland at Pitch, got invited to play in Holland. We went over, it all went amazing, and then he got invited to play another one in Sweden off the back of it. So it's kind of amazing to see these things come to life. And Triptych's actually coming back this year to moderate a panel to talk about some of his experiences of finding it quite overwhelming, like maybe the international side of things. But then if you just talk to people and let them hear your music and see what happens, maybe you'll get booked, So he's got a really amazing story, and yeah, I think it'd be nice to share that with everyone.
And Eyve, what's next for yourself once Pitch is over and done? Do you have plans for the near future that you can talk about?
I just want to keep on making music because I'm working at Up to Standard Studios. I'm working on 2 EPs at the same time. Absolutely insane, but the producer there, he's absolutely great. And I'm having such great support from Sammy and Mobo. So yeah, I'm like, that's the next plan. And I'm also going to start studying in September. So there's that too. Yeah.
Things get serious.
Yeah.
Well, when your EPs come out, do please keep in touch and we'll give them a play on the radio, definitely.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
Richie, before we say cheerio, I think it'd be good for you just to give people the details of when they can see and how they can get tickets and all of those things.
Of course, yeah. So Pitch Scotland is the conference is all free. Although we do have limited spaces now. There's been a surge in registration, but you can register on pitchscotland.com, and the showcases are in the evening and the conferences on the daytime. And showcase tickets are £10. So yeah, they'll be on both days, on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's day 1, and it's focused around Scotland and around the UK. And then day 2 has got a more international approach, working on partnerships, looking at those relationships and how we grow Scotland outside of Scotland and overseas and further on. So yeah, should be an action-packed couple of days for sure.
Well, Richie and Eyve, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, and all the very best with Pitch.
Thank you, Ali.
Thank you.